This is an AARP enterprise.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and
It's actually AARP Foundation Tax Aid, which is off of AARP. Okay. But I guess it's a separate entity.
and who's it for?
Anybody. Yeah.
Anybody, not even AARP members? Just
Anybody, yeah. It's I think it's like the best kept secret, to be honest. We have some limitations. We can do businesses, but if you have employees, we can't handle that. We can't handle rental income. We have no income limit or anything like that. We've done 16-year-olds, their first tax returns, any age. Just, yeah.
And so who's we? You're trained volunteers? Or?
Yes, yeah. We train our volunteers in January, and they're trained through the IRS advanced certification levels. So we work in conjunction with the IRS.
How much time does that take?
This year we had 8 days of training, probably a little more than we needed. I think we'll probably cut back next year. So it was 8 days of training for new volunteers.
Okay.
Returning volunteers are typically 2 days.
So who's your typical client here?
There's no,
Really?
There's no typical. I think we probably have a higher proportion of seniors here because we're located at Panorama. But we also serve the employees of Panorama, the local neighbors around, family members who come in. There's several businesses in Thurston County with lower paid salary employees who have found that this is a nice way for foreigners to come. We understand the taxes, they may not understand English, so we're able to help them do their taxes.
Everybody who volunteers here likes to do taxes, but trying to get them that next step to take a leadership role is difficult too.
So
I have some people who were tax guys that moved in here to Panorama, and I started recruiting them, and they go, I've done that my whole life, I really don't want to do that anymore, which is kind of sad because they'd be very good.
Yeah.
And so it's really guys who are kind of peripheral to the tax profession are the people that we're recruiting, good in math, and have kind of a service attitude. And then they go through the training program.
Yeah.
What attributes do you need to be a good volunteer?
Good interview skills, work with people, can talk to people, and a logical mind to be able to translate the tax code onto the form and not just put the numbers in the computer, but look at them and make sure they make sense.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you don't have to have a strong knowledge of taxes. We train you for that. However, it helps training if you have some knowledge to start with. Because if you don't, when we hand you the stack of training materials, the first week you're saying, forget it, I don't want to. But every return we do is like an open book test. You ask each other. We have publications with us. And so we have doctors, lawyers, nurses, engineers, teachers, just a real wide variety of people.